We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And right away, he lost the football. And does Washington have it? They do. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take. Usually wins the game, so you got to take care of the ball, lock it away high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest, put it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey, and he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. They'll go option to the short side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Justin Fields. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Throwing, Jones. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go to Barkley again. And they get to him quickly here as he's...
Coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Jones now throwing on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A first down carry for Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big pickup there on the run. 43 yards on the ground. 6-0 our score after 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Fields' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Fields. Past the 20. For touchdown, Washington. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 47 yards. And the Commanders have retaken the lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Running again with Barkley on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this off. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Barkley. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Fields on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Cole Turner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down. Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Jones trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got it. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. On first down, Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Back to throw again. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Play action. It's Fields. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw is Fields. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that is incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd down and goal. Fields. This is caught. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if...
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Fields. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. Rolling to his right. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Buck. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home, the next guy comes through.
Avoids the turnover. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the Texans have scored. That one's been interesting as they retake the lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's caught inside the 35.
They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line.
It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 63 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
On 4th down, Fields. His pass into the hands of Turner.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Now Fields.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Fields. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. DK Metcalf.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
point after right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The Giants on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw. Jones. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or 2 if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
He is going to find Hill here.
Touchdown, Washington.
Taysom Hill, 27 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now for the point after. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones throwing on first down, looking deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. That one, a first down pickup of 8. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they take a knee.
So a victory here for the Commanders. Well, if you step back and look at this, CD, a pretty impressive victory. Not the best defense in the NFL they were going against, but it is a top 10 defense in this league, and they're pretty sound, but yet they found a way to get it done and get the victory.
Yeah, I got to give them credit because I think their game plan was really, really strong for this one. They knew where they wanted to attack. They knew how they wanted to execute, and they did it with confidence and a little bit of verve as well.
So for Washington, it's a rare win, just their 2nd in these first 8 games.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on